Bouch continues to get ready in the pen as the pitch to Shelton is hit high in the air. It's deep enough for the run. Peyton Holt in center field makes the catch. Runners don't try to score. Donay's coming home. He throws to third. Sprague-Lott fires to the plate. They got him. Florida just ran themselves out of an inning, and the Hawks still hold the lead. What was Brody Donay doing? Peyton Holt deked him. He deked him in center field, and he never runs after the catch, and then he runs when he throws to third base. Has Brody Donay ever run the bases in his life? It didn't look like it. Oh, my goodness.
You just need to feel like it was a blessing that we get to play these people and to win as many as you can. We're not going to get all uptight about it. Keep plugging away and try to be right at the end of the year. These are the kind of teams that you got to find a way to beat if you want to get to the College World Series. So you play these guys down the stretch. And I made the comment tonight when I was on TV, but just playing in the league gets you ready for the end of the season.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Colton, so glad you put that clip in there. I'd forgotten about that play where he faked out the Florida runner and led to an Arkansas win. How you doing? It's a Fastball Friday. Morning Rush is live on location. AAA Business Systems in Van Buren. And they're going to have a fish fry today. We're going to have fried pies. We're just all going to get fat and happy today and learn a lot more about business machines today that we all need to run our office. Ty is out today. Clay Henry's here with me. Clay, we're having a fish fry. I mean, fish, hush puppies, and, I just want to know when the fried pies get going. I could have a fried pie right now. Is there a bad time of the day to have a fried pie?
No, there's not. And there's not a bad time to have fried fish either. I mean, it works at any time. It's good for breakfast. It's good for lunch. It's good for dinner. It's good for snacks. It's good for all times.
Yeah. So after a fish fry, when you have some left over, you take that cold piece of fish in the morning, make you a little fish sandwich to start your day. So, all right, we're at 11.
Yeah, McDonald's doesn't have anything on us. We can have fish sandwiches.
No, sir. 120 North 30th Street in Van Buren's where we're at. AAA Business Systems. We'll be talking to Robert and Wade and Daryl and their crew throughout the day. They're setting up right now and getting ready to go for what's going to be a fun day for their grand opening. And their first annual Customer Appreciation Fish Fry. It's going to be an annual event here at AAA Business Systems. It is a Fastball Friday. It's brought to you by QC Kinetix. Our friends there can get you moving and doing all the things you love to do, and do it without the pain and without surgery, drugs, or downtime that your doctors maybe have told you got to go through to get pain-free again. With QC Kinetix, the science is solid. They give your life back with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. And they're right here in Northwest Arkansas, 479-999-1234. 999-1234 for QC Kinetix. All right, we'll start with baseball since we had the highlight in there. We got Sam Pittman, not on the show, but a lot of conversation concerning the things he said yesterday. He visited with the media about 25 or so minutes yesterday following spring practice's conclusion. I know Clay's got thoughts. I've got some thoughts on that. The portal's been active. I don't know how many are going to stay up tonight till midnight. He's going to try. We'll get into all that coming up. I bet me and Clay don't make it to midnight watching the portal. But let's begin with baseball, Clay, because, when people look at Florida's record and you think about how good Arkansas has been in totality this year, I get reminded when I look at the game notes for this weekend, and Arkansas hasn't won a series in Gainesville since 2012. There's a reason. Florida's good. I know what their record is, but they're always a great program. Kevin O'Sullivan hadn't forgotten to coach, and anyone that thinks because Florida's 6-12 that Arkansas is just going to waltz into the swamp this weekend and leave with a pair of wins, it's going to be a hard, nasty fight this weekend to get out of there with a series win.
Well, first of all, you're going from a different climate.
Yep.
And the humidity and the heat takes its toll on pitchers. So, if you think you've been able to go 90 pitches, you can only go 70 pitches. I mean, it's all of those things are factors. Florida plays better at home than they do on the road. They haven't been very good on the road, but they are talented, and I know that it's just like playing Texas A&M. You're getting them at the wrong time. They're playing a little better than they were earlier when the schedule was was up against them. It's all about when you play teams. And Arkansas' schedule is backloaded. And this is part of that backload where you knew that going to Florida was going to be a tough series.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it. It's time for our opening drive here on a Friday edition of the Morning Rush.
I don't want to blame the players. I don't, for leaving. I mean, you can say, well, he was here 3 months and blah, blah, blah. But the opportunity to leave is there twice a year. The money to leave for more money is there twice a year. And I'm not positive what we all would do in that situation. So he handled it well, came in and visited with me about it, handled it well, and talked to me about it, and then decided to go in the portal. So obviously, as soon as that happened, then we go find somebody to replace him.
This is the opening drive.
Well, you hear Sam Pittman there talking about recent portal activity, and we've spent a lot of time this week, Clay, and we haven't spoke with you yet about it, about Madden leaving after getting some money out of the program. The university's going to try to get some of their money back. I thought there's been a lot of takes and a lot of opinion on this, but I thought Sam Pittman was pretty well reserved and handled it probably like you'd want your head coach to speak about it publicly yesterday.
Yeah, it's tough on the coaches. I would have liked to have heard Bobby Petrino's take on it. It might have been slightly different.
Yeah,
might have been a little saltier. Now I'm sure Bobby, what he gives the camera is different than what he would give me and you behind the scenes.
Yeah, and I'm sure Sam's the same.
This is tough, but it's as Sam alluded to, it's the sign of the times. It's what's going on everywhere. The good news is that you have time to absorb it, and you really weren't too far down the road. And as soon as the Tennessee thing blew up in their face, didn't you have the feeling that this was the end result? I mean, we didn't even whisper. We said it. It's like, well, when is this going to happen? Is it going to be next summer? Is it going to be after they work with him another fall? So it's better to get it over with. And the sad part is that I was really excited to see what Bobby Petrino could do with this kid. I watched him practice, and I mean, he's mesmerizing. That release, he's tall, he's rangy. I mean, and when it comes out, I'm not saying it was Ryan Mallett or Joe Ferguson or Tavares Jackson type velocity, but the release was unbelievably quick. Yeah. And so you knew Bobby was fascinated with that kind of a talent.
Yeah, we'll dive into more of the 20-plus minutes that Coach spent yesterday going over spring practice and its wrap-up and not having the final red-white game and what that meant for his program and how satisfied he was through 14 practices through the spring, and then a lot of thoughts yesterday from him on the portal. We'll get to all of those in more depth and detail. NFL draft underway last night. Cam Ward taken first. No real surprise there from Miami. I think it was 15, if I counted right, 15 SEC players.
That's what I counted.
32 selections. It was the first SEC selection was number 4, with Will Campbell being taken by the Patriots at the fourth selection. But nearly half the draft last night, no surprise, taken from the SEC. But, Clay, you can't overlook what Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State did for the Big Ten as well.
Yeah, 10, and you throw in Oregon. That's a Big Ten school. It's
that's right.
They were number 1 going in, and it looks like the NFL talent scouts – coaches have agreed with everybody else that the Big Ten was pretty good too. There's more teams in the Big Ten, but they're all coming from Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and Oregon. Those are the guys that are spending the most money, right?
Yeah.
so they get the best players.
Yeah, absolutely. And no Landon Jackson last night. Another thing that Coach Pittman talked about yesterday, and maybe we'll hear that clip, is they're going to fly down to Texarkana in anticipation of his selection last night. Let's hear what Coach had to say, because him and some of the staff are going down. They find these events, and Coach has been to a lot of these. A lot of fun when families' lives are changed forever. Landon
Jackson actually has a draft
get together tonight in Texarkana, and we're going to fly down there. Me, myself, Deke, and T. Will and Charlie Williams, and we're going to fly down there and be a part of it.
I guess we shouldn't be, just floored that he wasn't taken last night. Wouldn't have been totally surprised if he was. But I would expect tonight that we'll see Landon Jackson taken off the board. It's been 18 years, Clay, since a Arkansas defensive player has been taken in the first round. Going back to 2007 when Jamal Anderson from Little Rock, after that after that team that made the SEC championship game, he was selected as a defensive end as well.
Yeah, it's that's the position you want to be good at, and it's tough to find those guys. Somebody told me that defensive tackles in the portal right now, power forward defensive tackles with starting experience can get 1.5 to 2 million. How about that for a big ugly, right? And that's what we call them. Yeah, it's tough to get them, and it's even tougher to keep them once you have them on campus. They're highly coveted. Trey Flowers wasn't drafted that high. In fact, he was the last player signed by Arkansas out of high school, 3-star. So you can get lucky with those kind of guys. And what did he? I mean, he lit up a few Super Bowls, so it's not like he was anything but great at the NFL. But it's Jamal Anderson was an anomaly too. He came to school as a tight end / wide receiver.
Yeah, they reconfigured his body
they
to
sure
say the
did.
least, and turned him into a fantastic defensive end.
And a rich man.
Anything stand out? I know a lot of people talking about Shadur Sanders and him, I don't think surprisingly, but slipping out of the first round. Anything stand out to you from last night's first selections in the NFL draft?
Yeah, it was more defensive tackles than edge rushers, and that's kind of a switch. The first round is usually edge rushers, but maybe these are just defensive tackles that you can't pass up.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see as it unfolds over the next couple of days, and hopefully Landon Jackson's name is called early today in the beginning of the second round. We'll have coverage for you again on Monday. We had the first round last night here on the radio. Baseball tonight at 5:30, though, it's going to be on the radio, and the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. So we will not have the NFL draft. We'll have parts of it for you over the weekend as well. All right, that is your opening drive this morning here on the Morning Rush. It's brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72. Off of I-49 in Springdale. They've got a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell at Wheels RV. They're the #1 fifth wheel and travel trailer dealer in Arkansas. There's a reason why. They take care of customers. Your experience, what you need, what fits your budget, what fits your family is a priority to Lee J. Chris and their entire team. So adventure into the great outdoors. Do it with Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. We welcome you again from AAA Business Systems in Van Buren. Glad to be here today. Matt Jones going to be over here with halftime a little bit later on. Their location's at 120 North 30th Street in Van Buren. They have moved from the downtown area out on Kibler. Now, the best way I can tell you to get here is if you're coming on Kibler Road from Highway 64. If you go over the railroad tracks on the overpass, you've gone too far. It's the first left once you go through the stoplight. For the locals, you know exactly where I'm talking about. We're right by the silos, but got a fish fry. You can already smell the Clay, the grease getting hot. Hush Puppy's going to be coming in here soon. Fried pies later on, so come get you a fish platter. Come meet the team at AAA Business Systems. And if you're the person in your office that handles the business machines, I'm in the warehouse out here where they've got everything set up. There are copiers. There are all kinds of Ricoh machines. And they've even got up front. I was looking at this earlier. One of them smart boards. You know, Clay, you see these guys on TV that are drawing on the television screen and, you know, the kind of the telestrator.
I do that at my house. Yeah,
we've got one that will actually work. They can come put one in your home that they could actually, you could actually draw on. So it's like having a huge tablet on your wall that you could actually watch TV on. But if you need one of those for your conference room, they do things like that as well. They work with a lot of school systems. So come by and see us here today and meet the crew. Robert and Daryl and Wade and the whole team from AAA Business Systems are in Little Rock. They're here in Van Buren. They're in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Jonesboro. So wherever you're listening this morning, there's a location near you. But we're at 120 North 30th Street in Van Buren. All right, we got our Fitzman Friday picks. We got Sean with us.
Yes, sir. Sean's on the line.
All right. So, Sean, good morning. I don't know how we did last week because I was not around. But Sean, it looks like another great weekend of baseball coming up. How's it been this week for the Fenceman?
We've been super busy. The weather's held off. We've been able to get a lot of work done, satisfy a lot of customers. We have happy people. Man, we just can't. We can always ask for better.
Yeah. We're in that brief period of where the weather's just almost perfect. All right, let's hear how we did last week on the Fenceman Friday picks.
How many games does Arkansas take today? 0, 1, or 2 against the Texas A&M Aggies?
They're going to come out with a vengeance and take both games back to back.
I think Arkansas takes both games today and takes the series.
I'm going to homer up as well. Give me the Razorbacks to take them both today in the doubleheader.
Behiva Aloy, Colton, does he homer again today for the Arkansas Razorbacks? And if so, how many times?
Yes, one time in game 2.
I've got him hitting 1 home run in game number 3.
I got him hit a home run in both.
Does Vanderbilt win the series in Nashville, Colton, against the Bulldogs?
I'll take the Commodores in this one.
I've got Vandy advancing in this series 2 games to 1 shot.
I want to lean towards Georgia, but I think Vandy's got the better team.
The Texas Longhorns against Auburn. I've got them winning at home.
Yes, I do think that they'll win at home, but they are going to split the next 2 games.
Auburn's going to take it all.
Well, with Ty gone today, Ty out, we got a chance to get some things right. So let's saddle up and do that. All right, we'll start with SEC baseball. Maybe make a prediction on Landon Jackson in the draft. We'll avoid the OU and Georgia series. OU beat Georgia last night 8-6. Bama and Missouri played. Missouri lost their 19th SEC baseball game of the year. Bama won that game 7-5. At least it was competitive. So we're going to avoid those 2 series since we already know the outcome of game 1. Let's start with Ole Miss and Vandy. What we're going to pick, guys, is series winners and the number of games. So, Clay, I'll start with you. Ole Miss and Vanderbilt. Who wins the series, and is it a sweep? 1 game, 2 games? Wait, what do you got?
Where's that one played at?
I believe that one is in Nashville. So
okay, I go with Vanderbilt wins the series 2-1.
All right. Fenceman?
Yes, Vanderbilt series 2-1.
All right, I'm going to go opposite.
Copycat.
Say Ole Miss wins the
you know,
series 2-1.
You listen to the expert, don't you?
Not an expert, but that's okay.
There you go. All right, I'm going to put the Fenceman in the box here. Texas A&M traveling to number 1 Texas and Austin. He's got a house divided a lot of weekends. And A&M, the Aggies, and the Horns. Where's your loyalty lying this weekend?
Gig 'em Aggies. Man, I want them to take all 3 games, but Texas is probably, they're too good for that. So if the Aggies can take 2 out of the 3, I'll be super happy.
Clay, I know how you feel about Texas.
Texas is going to lose all 3. They lost their pitcher. One of their top pitchers is injured. I figure that's a blow. And the Aggies are going to come in there. I mean, they're coming in ready to gig them. I mean, they're going to have their gigs out and they're going to stick it in and turn it.
All right. So we need Texas to play good this weekend and not be razor sharp next weekend. I'm going to go with Texas winning 2 this weekend in hopes they're still ranked number 1 and Arkansas takes them down next weekend in Fayetteville. I think the most interesting series this weekend, Tennessee is at LSU. And this is maybe one of the best series in the country this weekend. Clay, you got Tennessee or LSU winning this weekend?
I got LSU. This is not the same Tennessee. I don't think they have the same mojo as they did last year. I think LSU is going to get them.
Yeah, I'm going to ride with you. I think LSU wins this series, and I'll take LSU sweeping Tennessee this weekend. Yeah, I think they're going to win.
Wow.
Tough place
I'm
to
just saying
go win.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on the limb here. Sean, what do you think?
Well, they're both ranked, 5 and 6, so they're back-to-back right there, right? You've got a 50-50 shot on this one. Well, I'm going to be more of a Tennessee fan. I think Tennessee wins the series 2. They win 2 out of the 3.
There you go. And the series we'll be keeping an eye on. 5:30 tonight. You can hear it here on ESPN Arkansas on the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell. The Razorbacks have not won a series in 13 years in Gainesville, Florida. It's been 2012 since Arkansas won 2 out of 3 against the Florida Gators on the road. Clay, is this the year that Arkansas snaps that streak and gets a series win against Kevin O'Sullivan's Gators?
Yes, they win 2 of 3. And that's, anything other than getting swept on the road is okay. But 2 of 3 for this weekend really sets them up well for the rest of the season.
You going chomp chomp or woo pig, Sean?
Woo pig. They're going to sweep them all 3 games.
All right. I'm going to ride with Clay. Two games for the Razorbacks this weekend. Series win gives them 15 SEC wins and puts them in the right place. How much time we got here? All right. Real quick, guys. Landon Jackson taking the 9 or not? Second round or third round?
I say he goes in the second round, about in the middle.
All right, Sean.
I think he'll be not second round, but he'll be first pick in the third.
All right, I'm going to ride with Sean. Late second, early third. All right, the fence man. We talk about the weather, how good it is. Great time to get out, and I know we're all wanting to enjoy our backyard, Sean. Right now is a great time to get that fence redone, repaired, and rebuilt, and ready to go to enjoy your backyard this spring and summer.
Yes, especially if you want it done by the summer. We've been very blessed. We're very busy. We're booked up. I mean, if you called me today and had me come out and look at your fence, we're probably looking at end of May, 1st of June before I could really get out there and get it built for you. So if you're needing it now, now's the time to get it. If you want it midsummer, now's the time to come get us. Let us come out, get you a free quote. And Lord knows with all these crazy tariffs going on, 1 minute price is up, 1 minute price is down. If you're going to do it, I'd capture it now before something crazy comes on. So give us a call, get that free estimate.
782-3936, the fence man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Come out swinging.
This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush.
Presented by QC Kinetix. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us at 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
It feels dirty. I feel used.
Yeah.
Feel used.
Yeah, for the first time in your life. Yeah.
This is the Morning Rush.
Let the fun begin at 810 Billiards and Bowling. We've got daily specials to keep the good times rolling. Martini Mondays along with bingo, $2 Tuesdays, high noon Wednesdays, and thirsty Thursdays. Plus, Friday is ladies' night. You love trivia? Join us on Wednesday for trivia night. Great food, great drinks, and endless fun all day, every day. All at 810 Billiards and Bowling, 5609 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. We'll see you there.
I have enough trouble deciding what's for lunch. Imagine how stressed I was during the home buying process. Thankfully, Jeff Marks at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, took the reins.
That's right, Ty. Buying or selling a home is the biggest financial decision you'll ever make. I have years of experience and proven expertise that help guide you through the process.
All my female friends love my house. I'm not kidding either.
Trust me like Ty did to guide you through every step of the way. Call me, Jeff Marks, at 479-414-1193. Big decisions, simple solutions.
It's time for the Wrath Rod Replacement Sale at Wrath Auto Resources. Right now, bring in your old car and get $3,750 above appraised market value for your trade. Take advantage of over $20,000 in recent price reductions on our road-ready certified pre-owned inventory, inspected and reconditioned in our on-site Meineke Car Care Center and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Wrath Rod Replacement Sale all this month at Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, wrathautofortsmith.com.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79. Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Spring has arrived, bringing warmer days, road trips, and unpredictable spring showers. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we'll make sure your vehicle is ready for all your spring adventures. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your ride for whatever the season brings. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart, we keep America rolling.
Insurance company throwing you a curveball? Are they crowding the plate and not offering you a fair settlement? If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need an experienced attorney to fight for you. I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Licensed in Arkansas and Oklahoma, no win, no fee. Call Mock Legal Solutions today for your free consultation. 479-769-1505. Real advice, reasonable price.
The Newmeyer family is a mainstay in Fort Smith, and their newest restaurant, the Whippoorwill, has so much to offer. Friday night catfish, good. Tuesday nights, kids 10 and under eat free with an adult meal purchase. Don't forget about Whippoorwill for every Hogs game with their massive projection screen. For catering options, call 479-769-2095. Newmeyer's Whippoorwill Restaurant, now a part of the Newmeyer family.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Yeah, it's going to be a major challenge. I mean, it's one of the games before the season started. We were like, wow, this stretch is going to be amazing. And it starts, going to Georgia week 5 and then coming home playing A&M. Now, you think A&M struggled a little bit, and they have, but they've been playing really well the last 3 weeks. And now you look at Florida, they'd won 7 or 8 in a row until they lost on Sunday to Mississippi State. They had already won the series. They ruled somebody last night. So we're getting exactly what we thought we were going to get before the season started, a really talented team with good arms and a lot of offense. And we know what we're going into and see if we can handle it.
That's head coach Dave Van Horn here on our Hog Update, brought to you by Mr. Sparky. We're live at AAA Business Systems in Van Buren. Murderer's Row. But you know what, Clay? I'll take a page out of something Chuck used to say all the time when we were doing the show together. They got to play the Razorbacks too. I don't imagine that Georgia was excited about the Hogs coming there. A&M having to come to Fayetteville. Florida knows it's going to be tough this weekend. So Coach is 100% right that, hey, whoa, here we go. But you know what? Those teams got to play the Razorbacks too.
Yeah, these are just slobber knockers. I mean, it's you know that it's going to test all of your roster. You're going to have to use all of your 8 to 10 pitchers that you've been counting on. All of them have to play well to win a series on the road in the SEC. I watched Alabama and Missouri last night, and you think, well, Alabama's going to roll over them. They had to get a home run in the bottom of the 8th to put away Missouri. They'd been down most of that game. And that would have been a black mark for Alabama. They're the first to lose to Missouri, but they pulled it out.
That would be an RPI buster for
yes,
sure.
It would.
Zach Root, the lefty tonight, who's been the Friday night guy, 5-2, an ERA of just over 4. He'll go tonight against the righty Liam Peterson for Florida. That game's at 5:30. We'll have it for you here on ESPN Arkansas. And the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. Gage Wood, Arkansas's righty, gets the start on Saturday His ERA is just over 6, and then Landon Biocheese on Sunday. Arkansas with 2 lefties in the rotation this weekend, Clay.
Yeah, and this is a good weekend for Arkansas pitching. Hopefully, they've all had an extra day of rest. They played Thursday, Friday last week, and it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Biocheese is actually going to have 2 days rest, two days more rest than he's had, and they pitched on short rest last week. So this is a little bit of a break for them. Travel is travel, but you're pitching to get an extra day of rest this time of year might be a boost.
5:30 tonight, 2 o'clock Saturday, noon Sunday. All the games here on ESPN Arkansas in the Hit That Line Now app. Softball's in business this weekend, but they got a tough one. At number 1, Texas A&M, 6 o'clock tonight, 4 o'clock Saturday, noon on Sunday. Courtney Dival's club, they've drawn a tough one for this weekend with the Aggies.
Yeah, the notable thing about, you say, well, how is Texas A&M number 1? Well, Oklahoma finally found out what the SEC was all about. They got knocked off their perch, which probably will just make them mad. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yeah. But it's that's the notable thing, that Oklahoma is not number 1 for the first time in about 6 or 7 years. That doesn't mean they won't still win the national championship. I'd put my money on them playing in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, basically a home game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They bought those. Their fans have bought those tickets. That's kind of like what LSU was doing at Omaha for a while. It's. But that ought to be a fun series, and I wouldn't count out, the Razorbacks.
Yeah. And final note in the Hog Update, the number 7 ranked Arkansas Razorback track team hosts the John McDonnell Invitational this weekend, starting tonight, and runs through the weekend. Field events start at 10:30 today, while running events will begin at 2:45. You can follow along on live streaming on the SEC Network Plus beginning at 2:45. They'll have live results for you if you want to follow along at flashresults.com. So big track weekend for the track team as well. That's your Hog Update, and it's brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
We're live at AAA Business Systems in Van Buren. It is 66 degrees, which I know for one thing for certain. It is perfect car buying weather this weekend. The last weekend of the month, we got a few days hanging over into next week, and I know Larry is already nervous. He's got to have a big weekend because, Larry, I'm guessing you're a few cars short of your goal headed into this last full weekend. Do we have Larry? Maybe
I'll answer for him. I'll answer
yeah.
for him. Yes, he is. We got to move those cars, and we're going to do it. And the deals are incredible.
Yeah, so we'll get
He'll
Larry
say it
in just
better
a
than
second,
me, but that's what he's going to say.
I guarantee you, someone called and they needed an appraisal on their car or something going on. Hey, we're at AAA Business. The fish is being fried. The hush puppies are getting ready.
I'm on my way.
Delicious. Fried pies. You talk about something you can't resist. Fried pies, they're going to have those, plus door prizes. So come on out, check out everything AAA Business Systems offers, copy machines, smart boards, and more. They've got it all here at AAA Business Systems, their newest location in Van Buren at 120 North 30th Street, just off Kibler, right by the silos. And come by and say hi. Matt Jones will be here in a little while. We'll be here with halftime till 2 o'clock today as well. So Colton, is Larry tied up, or where are we at?
Yeah, I'm fixing the phone. You know me, I kick the cord around, so we'll try and get him in just a second.
Okay, all right. So we'll do that. We're going to get to some Sam Pittman audio too, Clay. A little under a half hour yesterday with the head hog following spring football. The portal is obviously on a lot of people's minds, so we'll talk about that as well. Let's move Larry back to the other side because I know we're going to come up on the break here in just a minute. But Clay, just real quick, I thought Sam Pittman was. When having to answer questions about the Madden situation yesterday and him leaving, I thought he played the part well and did show a lot of emotion about it.
Yeah, it's a delicate matter, and it's frustrating. But they've been down this road enough. They get it. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Hey, we're brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. They have all the rock, asphalt, and ready-mix concrete you need. And if you need help planning the job, looking at overall the details, the transportation, the trucking, all those things, they can help you with that as well. 479-587-3300 for ready-mix concrete, asphalt, and more. 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Through kicks and deals, he struck him out swinging.
This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by QC Kinetix. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Brother, you just turned the light bulb on.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the Wrath Rod Replacement Sale at Wrath Auto Resources. Right now, bring in your old car and get $3,750 above appraised market value for your trade. Take advantage of over $20,000 in recent price reductions on our road-ready certified pre-owned inventory, inspected and reconditioned in our on-site Meineke Car Care Center and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Wrath Rod Replacement Sale all this month at Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, wrathautofortsmith.com.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Save 10% on your weekday stay at Big Cypress Lodge inside the Memphis Pyramid. Big Cypress Lodge and Bass Pro Shops are celebrating 10 years of adventure in Memphis, and you can save big. Enjoy on-demand shuttle service to explore downtown, complimentary tickets to the Sky High Ride, plus rooms overlooking Bass Pro Shops. Book your stay today to camp inside the iconic Memphis Pyramid at big-cypress.com and save big on your next weekday stay. Savings vary, not valid on current reservations, excludes holidays. Prices do not include tax and resort fee.
Attention business owners, are you overpaying for your website, dropping thousands up front and shelling out more than $95 a month? Stop the madness! With Modular Orange, you get a custom-built, fully managed website for just $95 a month. No hidden fees, no headaches. They write it, build it, launch it, update it, and secure it so you can focus on your business. Ditch the overpriced hassle and go simple. Visit modularorange.com today. That's modularorange.com.
Sharp Equipment is your one-stop shop for heavy equipment. Whether your machine's rattling, sputtering, or flat out refusing to start, we've got the parts and expertise to get you moving again. Looking for a new piece of heavy equipment? Look no further than Sharp Equipment, an authorized Wacker Newson dealer. Needing hydraulic or industrial hoses? Sharp Equipment's got what you need. Come see us at 5608 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-649-0500. At Sharp Equipment, we help you move more than just the world. We help you move forward.
Save up to $5,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
Taco Bell's all white meat crispy chicken nuggets are back, but that doesn't make us a chicken place. I mean, yes, everyone loved them, like a lot. That's why we brought them back, along with our signature dipping sauces. But the crispy golden breading is actually tortilla chips, which is very taco place. So we're still a taco place. You think of us as a taco place, right? Who are we? No, I mean, we're good. It's just nuggets. Just crispy chicken nuggets, only at Taco Bell, your taco place. It's also a chicken place. It's also a taco place. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for availability.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson. We're live at First Financial Mortgage with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan was my mortgage lender here. And Ethan, between you and Emily, over 2 decades.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of experience here to help you get closed on a home really quick. We offer custom financing available through VA, FHA, RD, and conventional loans. First Financial Mortgage has a great history of lending in the area. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Time for the Carpat Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
Perhaps it's because the weeks moved on and we're getting closer to the game, but I think I've changed my stance a little bit on kind of the importance of this weekend. Your morning rush daily questioning, I'm going to rehash one with Clay here that me and Ty talked about earlier this week, is the importance and, maybe a scale of 1 to 5, Clay, of needing to win 2 this weekend. When you consider you come back to Texas, LSU, and Tennessee to close the year, 3 teams in the top 6 right there. I'm of the belief if you're in the top 4 of the SEC final standings, and these are the teams you'll be battling with to do that, you'll be a top 8 national seed. So our Morning Rush daily question, and I really want to hear what you think about this, how important is it to get a series win this weekend when you put it into a complete focus knowing you've got current number 1, 5, and 6 coming up on your schedule to close the regular season?
Yeah, winning at home is winning series at home is more critical, but I think they've lost their last 2 weekends, and they need some confidence, and I think this would do it. And you don't want to continue down this road of just winning 1 out of 3. They really were sitting pretty after the sweep at Vanderbilt, but they've kind of 5 losses now. That's probably shakes their confidence a little bit. But what I really want is to see them hit, and they've been up and down as far as hitting. There was the Texas A&M on their last game only scored 2 runs. That's an anomaly. They haven't had that in conference play. So you want to see them get going again. And I mean Kozel and Iredale and Helfrich, those guys at the bottom. I think the top of the lineup is going to continue to hit. They need to get those guys at the bottom of the lineup going at the same time with the big boppers up at the top.
All right, that's your Morning Rush Daily Questions brought to you by Cart Pass Social. Place Clay likes to go. It's Arkansas's, Northwest Arkansas in particular's #1 destination for indoor golf. You can play all the world-famous courses you've always wanted to play, but you can't quite get there, like Augusta National. Been a lot of activity on that as well. And the best part about Cart Pass Social is BYOB, so you can bring your own drinks, your own food in. It's $50 an hour per bay, not per person. So you can come in and, before 5 during the week, take advantage of discounted pricing as well. And you can get up to 8 golfers on a bay as well. So you can have a lot of fun. It's great for, guys' getaways, parts of your bachelor party, or more team-building exercises. It's all there at Cart Path Social. So ask about monthly memberships where you get big discounts as well. Cart Path Social in Northwest Arkansas. Find them online, social media. It's Cart Path Social. Having a few phone difficulties this morning, working to get back with our friend Larry Rath at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, Don Tyson in Northwest Arkansas as well. I will tell you, Larry's there and ready for the weekend. They're going to take care of everything you need. New Mitsubishis, they got premium pre-owned vehicles, and, of course, the Meineke Car Care Center to get you road ready. Rath road ready for a weekend drive, because it's certainly starting to be road trip time around our state. So go by and see Larry and his team, Rath Auto Resources, Fort Smith, and in Springdale. I know, Clay, for you, it's it's never a bad time of the year for you to go fishing, but the weather's just better sometimes when you do versus when you don't. But going to be some great weather coming up. We're in that a couple pockets of the year where it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's not too humid. Right now we're kind of in one of those 2 or 3 week spans where the weather just seems to be perfect in our state.
Yeah, we got the rain that kind of washed off some of that pollen on everything over here. I live in the trees, Tommy, and the pollen drives me crazy this time of year. But it's a little better today. I've been outside. It didn't seem had a little rain overnight, which that kind of washed everything off. I hope. But yeah, it's Tommy. I've got a dilemma. I need some help on something. Maybe we can throw this out to our listeners. I've got a bird feeder, and the squirrels are raiding it, and I don't know what to do other than to, pop them a couple of times, if you know what I'm saying.
A little pellet gun action, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe something a little stronger. But, yeah, we were having squirrels getting up into our eaves, into the vents, and chewing.
Well, that's more serious, yeah.
And getting into our attic, and we had to take some action. So
take some action.
The bird feeder's one thing, but yeah, that you didn't buy that feed for the squirrels, did you?
No, we didn't.
No.
Yeah, and the birds have been chirping, and I've turned Millie loose on them a couple of times, but of course she just chases them into the woods. They come back. You think that they would learn?
So we'll see how good a shot you are. So Gene Ann fix you up some squirrel dumplings or something.
Yeah, could do that. Yeah, I'm sure she knows how.
It's a delicacy in Arkansas.
She's an Arkansas County girl. She knows about probably squirrel dumplings and duck dumplings and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Wade Timmerman, he's the owner here at AAA Business Systems. He's going to join us at 10 this morning, kind of tell their story and what they do. They do Ricoh, they do Sharp, they do business machines, they do all the modern stuff that makes your office run even better, and they can do that at AAA Business Systems. Or in Van Buren, Northwest Arkansas, and in Fort Smith. We're having some issues with the phones, and Colton is working feverishly on them. He's doing what he can do to get it going. Lang Whitman normally would be with us right now for the horse racing update, so we're having some issues that we're working through right now. But I do want to let you know there's a big weekend of horse racing coming up. Our update's brought to you by Brothers Roofing and Restoration. I know there's been some storms. I'm going to tell you more about Brothers coming up here in just a minute. But I'm going to do my best based on the notes that Lang sent me to help get us through one of the last few weekends that we have of live racing at Oaklawn that's coming up. In fact, just 2 weekends are left. It'll be a big 3 days coming up this weekend. And in fact, Lang is getting ready today. He's going to be talking to some groups at lunch today there at the Oaklawn Jockey Club. So he's loving being around the track. Going to be talking to some groups. All right, 2 stakes races this weekend. On Saturday, it's the Dig a Diamond Stakes, and on Sunday, the Natural State Breeders Stakes. And if Lang gets back with us and we get the phone issue squared away, we'll talk with Lang about his best pick on Friday. Here's what I can tell you. At the Railbird 333, that's where you can get all of Lang's picks for the weekend. And Lang will get you all his picks for the entire weekend of the meet. And then next weekend, it will be Kentucky Derby weekend coming up, and we're going to have a big time getting ready for that as well. So at the Railbird 333 for all of Lang's picks for this weekend, next weekend, and the upcoming Kentucky Derby. Our horse racing update brought to you by Brothers Roofing and Restoration. We have had part of spring and part of this rain coming through is storms. I know down in South Sebastian County, Greenwood got some small hail. Clarksville's had a pretty good amount of hail. Akron in the Mena area had some larger hail a couple of weeks ago. And wherever you're at, it's maybe been high winds or it's been roof-damaging hailstorms that have come through your neighborhood. Brothers Roofing and Restoration, they're getting ready to put a roof on my home, Clay, there at Norfolk. We had some hail a while back. They're going to replace the roof. They even do metal roofing. Is one of the things they do. They can help and work with you on guttering and a lot of other things, but roofing is their specialty. Brothers numbers 479-353-3877. May remember the name. Brother played for the Razorbacks back in the Lou Holtz days. So
he was a cornerback. He was a slobber knocker. I mean, he could hit you.
Well, he's one of them Delta boys. I mean, he's from down there where Hatfield was from. So I mean, Brothers one of the kindest, gentlest people you'll talk to. So
that's not the one I knew.
That's not who Lou Holtz
I'm joking.
Recruited. 479-353-3877 for Brothers Roofing and Restoration. So Brother is just a great guy. If we can get Lang, I'm being told, Colton saying that whatever happened with the phones, the gremlin has disappeared.
Tommy,
we'll see if we can get Lang in here for a second.
What was your best day at Oaklawn? What's the day when Lane gave you the picks and you bet them and you bought everybody's dinner? What's the best day you had?
I don't know that I've had one of them days where I won enough to buy everybody's dinner. Probably the best days when you had a couple corned beef sandwiches and a cold beer. I have left maybe 200 up, and it was on Lang's advice.
That's better than me.
Yeah. All right, so let's bring Lang in here. Lang, I winged it the best I could. I apologize for the phone issues we had there, but we went through some of the stakes races. Give us your best bet here on a Friday as we get ready for one of the final 2 weekends of the meet.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy, we're going to go to race 5 today. Horse number 12, Done Enough at 5-2 on the morning line in this 6 furlong race for a $35,000 claiming price. Trainer Kent Sweeney, jockey Abel Cedillo. He had 3 wins yesterday, so he's been a hot jockey lately. This horse has been racing in South Florida at Gulfstream. Ships in for this race. Very good at the 6 furlong distance. 3 starts in her career, 1 win and 2 shows. In her career racing, 11 starts, 8 times in the money, including 3 wins. This is just a pretty much straightforward handicap for me. If she brings her Florida races to the track today, she's the winner. Consistently faster than everybody else in this race. If you're looking for an exacta, maybe pair number 12 with the 7 opposite the crowd, or number 11, It Is Truist at 8-1 on the morning line. But my best bet today is in the 5th race, horse number 12, Done Enough.
2 weekends left. Kentucky Derby coming up. I know next weekend it'll be all about the Kentucky Derby when we visit next Friday.
Yeah, I'll have a pick for the Kentucky Oaks that'll be next Friday, and we'll definitely discuss the Kentucky Derby. Maybe I can see if I can get an exacta or trifecta in there. Those always pay boxcar prices with the 20-horse field.
All right, and Clay and I'll just discuss mint juleps because that's about our level of expertise.
Hats.
All right,
hats.
Yeah, hats and mint juleps. At the Railbird, 333. Lang, we appreciate you. Sorry for the phone gremlins, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good, Tommy. Always appreciate being on.
Love doing live radio when things don't work. I think Colton's blood pressure is he's wiping his brow. I can see him on the camera right
doing
now.
My best. Just doing my best.
He is all kinds of stressed out. Just hang in there. We got to roll with the punches, right, Clay? We just roll with the punches.
Can we blame Ty?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. Ty's not here. If he was here, it would have never went wrong, right?
No.
So that's exactly right. Hey, we're at AAA Business Systems, Van Buren, 120 North 30th Street. It's our new location. If you know where the silos are off Kibler Road, if you're in Crawford County, you know exactly where I'm talking about. That's where we're at, North 30th. If you go across the railroad tracks, you've gone too far. So we're going to talk to Wade coming up. They got a warehouse full of great business machines, things that they can help make your office run smooth. Clay, you ran an office at Hogs Illustrated for years. You can't do it without copy machines. You know, we used to have fax machines. We don't do fax machines anymore, but you got to have these multi-use devices to make things run smooth.
Man, we had all of our accounting stuff was on a Dell, which is a PC, and then all of our desktop publishing stuff was on Macs. And it drove me crazy, like I'd sit down in one machine and forget what I was on. It's like, I can't make it run. And the copier always was broken. I'm sure I had a cheap one. These guys can fix you up. Yeah.
All right, Lewis Automotive Hotline, open again, 877-377-6963. You can call or text us here on a Fastball Friday. It's brought to you by QC Kinetix. If you're living with chronic joint pain, don't do that all summer long. Don't be a cactus sofa because you can't get out and hike, fish, golf, do the things you love to do. With QC Kinetix, the science is solid. They give you your life back, rid you of that awful joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and without any downtime. 479-999-1234 is their number. 999. Call now. 1234 for QC Kinetix.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us at 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the Rath Rod Replacement Sale at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, bring in your old car and get $3,750 above appraised market value for your trade. Take advantage of over $20,000 in recent price reductions on our road-ready certified pre-owned inventory, inspected and reconditioned in our on-site Meineke Car Care Center and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Rath Rod Replacement Sale all this month at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com.
Join us for the legendary adventure Mystery at the Forest on Saturday, April 26th. Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center invites you to share this magical evening of excitement, mystery, and fun. If you are a business or individual looking to sponsor a heartfelt organization or to buy tickets, please text H2H Mystery to 44834 or call us at 479-452-2260. Heart to Heart's Mystery at the Forest, April 26th.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
The Golf Nut is thrilled to introduce new products for 2025, including Cobra Dark Speed Adapt Woods and Irons, Ping G440 Woods and Irons, and TaylorMade QI35 Woods. Lab putters, including the latest OZ model, are also available. Whether you want to improve your swing or enjoy the game, the Golf Nut offers a range of options. Book a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators and experience golfing greatness. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue for your ultimate golfing destination.
Hey, Todd Richardson, I'm with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know you're a wizard here at First Financial Mortgage, but you do okay with the sticks as well.
Yeah, I've been playing golf since I was 5. I've been in the golf game for a long time.
Question is, what are you better at, golf or lending?
I have to say that equally both. I've used golf in my career to kind of help propel it as well. I used to prepare hard with golf. I do the same thing in work. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5. FFB1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
Hit the greens for a meaningful cause at Mercy Fort Smith's Birdies for Babies Golf Classic on May 12th at Hardscrabble Country Club. This 4-person scramble features morning and afternoon tee times, with all proceeds benefiting maternal child services and our Level 3A NICU, helping keep families close to home. Enjoy a great day of golf while helping provide essential care for moms and babies right here in the community. Sign up today at mercyhealthfoundation.net/birdies4babies or call 479-314-1133 for more information.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, sunny skies, a chance of seeing showers and scattered thunderstorms. Our high temperatures this afternoon will be into the lower 80s. A chance of showers and storms tonight. The overnight low will drop down upper 50s to low 60s. And then as we head into Saturday, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Our high Saturday near 70. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. You're listening to The Morning Rush, only on ESPN 95.3.
I will give you a tie tidbit this morning.
Fouch continues to get ready in the pen as the pitch to Shelton is hit high in the air. It's deep enough for the run. Peyton Holt in center field makes the catch. Runners don't try to score. Donay's coming home. He throws to third. Sprague Lott fires to the plate. They got him. Florida just ran themselves out of an inning, and the Hawks still hold the lead. What was Brody Donay doing? Peyton Holt deked him. He deked him in center field, and he never runs after the catch, and then he runs when he throws to third base. Has Brody Donay ever run the bases in his life? It didn't look like it. Oh, my goodness.
You just need to feel like it was a blessing that we get to play these people and win as many as you can. We're not going to get all uptight about it. Keep plugging away and try to be right at the end of the year. These are the kind of teams that you got to find a way to beat if you want to get to the College World Series. So we play these guys down the stretch. And I made the comment tonight when I think I was on TV, but just playing in the league gets you ready for the end of the season.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
It is a tie-free Friday. He is off today, surprisingly, at a wedding. We are live at AAA Business Systems. Tommy Kraft, Clay Henry. We're going to talk to Wade. He's the owner, and they've done a great job of building this business. We're going to do that in just a second. Fastball Friday brought to you by QC Kinetix. 479-999-1234 is their number. Live pain-free this spring and summer with help from QC Kinetix. If you got back, neck, hip, knee, elbow, just old man pains, arthritis pains, they can help get you through all that with biologic treatments, with no surgery, drugs, or downtime. 479-999-1234. Having a little few phone gremlins last hour. Larry Rath was on the phone. I don't know, Larry. I'm not going to blame you for breaking it, but it broke when you were on the line, and now we've band-aided this thing back together. And I had you set up. I mean, I said like beautiful weather. It's car buying weather. It's a great weekend, and then I figured someone called and needed a quote on their trade or something, and you had to get off the phone.
Well, not yet this morning, but that happens all the time. I appreciate the setup. Sorry that was wasted, but yeah, it's going to be a fantastic weekend at Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. You know, we're finishing up a big month, Tommy. I know you understand all that. You know, we care about our numbers, and we have numbers we're trying to hit. Be a great time to come in, save some real money on a road-ready certified vehicle with warranty. You can't buy a better used car. Voted the best used car in the River Valley, and we're really excited about that. We've got a great selection, too. We've been working hard at that. We need to buy your car, too, and we really need to trade for your car. Right now, we've got the Rath Ride replacement sale going on, up to $3,750 extra for your trade. So come see us this weekend, whether you're looking for a new Mitsubishi or a road-ready certified premium pre-owned vehicle. We've got you covered. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Check us out online, rathauto.com.
All right, Rath Auto Resources, Fort Smith and in Springdale. Larry, we'll talk to you next week.
Hey, thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. Folks, come see us.
It is beautiful weather, and it's a great day to be doing the show on the road, being out of the studio. We're glad to be here at AAA Business Systems, a name that if you're listed in Little Rock or you're listed in Northwest Arkansas might be a little more familiar to you. Wade Timmerman is the owner at AAA Business Systems, and now in Van Buren. And I know that y'all have merged and gone together with Progressive, who's kind of a known brand, and all the same staff still here, and you're having your grand opening today, and we are so happy to be here to help you celebrate.
Thanks, Tommy. Yeah, well, we acquired Progressive actually 2 years ago, and in the last 2 years, we've transitioned out of an old building in downtown Van Buren into something that's a little bit more usable for us, and we've got the space, and we've added to the team. We've added 3 additional people to the team to get this River Valley launched.
And I know, we mentioned some of your other locations. People may know your name from Little Rock or know your name from Northwest Arkansas. Y'all been there for a number of years.
We have. I've been in Little Rock since 2001, and when I acquired AAA Business Systems, it was actually up in Fayetteville. And at that time, I had to stay out of Little Rock because of non-compete things. And after that was over, we opened up in Little Rock, and we also have operation in Jonesboro. And this River Valley was something that we were touching, but we just weren't doing a good job in. So we made the decision to make that acquisition, and it fit our portfolio quite well because they do something here that we weren't doing everywhere else, and that's on the IT side.
Yeah, Daryl and Dale have worked with us at the radio station for a while, helping. I had something going. Got a computer, and the McAfee subscription ran out, and guess what? All of a sudden, you got problems. I handed the thing to Daryl. He had it fixed in like 5 minutes. So, I mean, you've got guys that can make all those. Because I don't have time. I don't know how, and B, don't want to.
You and I both.
You got guys that here, take my computer and fix it. You got smart people that can do that.
We do, and that's what Daryl and Dale do, and we've added Rob here locally to that team, and we've added in some of the other locations to assist that team to expand that business.
You do business machines. I mean, I see copiers and stuff, but there's so much more. They're a lot more than just saying it's a copier anymore. They do everything from scanning to, if you have to do a fax, they can do that. They don't see many faxes anymore, but they do everything to, make things run.
Yeah, we try not to do any faxes anymore. There's better ways of doing it.
Sure.
And we use cloud-based solutions for that, and that helps customers get rid of those old expensive POTS lines and bring some efficiency back to their business. But you're right. People look at us as a copier company, and we are really anything but that anymore. Yep. I mean, that's part of our business, and it is still our core business. But we've gotten into security cameras with the Verkada systems. We've gotten into phone systems, mail software.
I was telling Clay, you got one of these smart boards, kind of like your own personal telestrator. And I know schools are big on these, and the kids learn on these whiteboards that the teacher gets up there and they're drawing and writing on. It's basically just a big tablet that's a TV, but you guys install a lot of those in schools, and I think we're looking at putting one in our conference room.
We do, and right over there in the corner is an 86-inch, what I call an 86-inch iPad, because that's what it is at the end of the day, and that's going into the chamber here locally in their new building. And that's going to be their display for their big meeting room.
So, Clay, you could get one of these in your living room, and then you could pause it and then write out and draw out the plays for Gene Ann and say, see, the guard pulled out and went left side and picked up this block, and then you could run it forward a little bit, and you could have your own telestrator there in your living room, Clay.
Well, I did that with the Sharpie, and she didn't like how it was on. My drawings turned up on HGTV, and that's a no-no.
No, well. And that would be. See the petunia right here. We could move that over there.
You could John Madden that all day long.
There is some really neat stuff. We're seriously looking at one, for our conference room as well, because there's such a great way to train and go over things with your staff. So a really cool, neat product. Now, Clay, I wish you were here because I can smell the fish.
Oh, don't do this to me.
In.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Now, Wade, tell me how many varieties of fried pies.
I don't want to know about the fried pies. No.
Well, we added fried pies about 3 years ago, and I call that's the cocaine to the end of the meal. And we have chocolate, peach, and apple, and that has become a hit. We couldn't take that away if we wanted to.
Wade, I'm a little worried, though, that we're going to serve these to the public, and everybody's welcome. We might need to taste test one of these before the public.
Make sure it's safe.
Just
yes.
make sure they're not poisonous or anything wrong with them. I mean, we might need to get into one of these before we just open the public up to them.
Well, the safest way, if you really want one, is to get it early.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people put them in their pockets and leave.
I always thought the safest way to eat a fried pie was with ice cream on top. So another way to do it. All right, we are at 130 North 30th Street, and if that doesn't sound familiar, if you know where Kibler Road is in Van Buren, and you know where the silos are, don't go over the railroad tracks. Don't go east. Turn 30th is the first left past the stoplight if you're headed east on Kibler, and you're not going to miss us because there's going to be a crowd here starting in just a little bit.
Roll your window down, and you can smell your way here.
All right, so AAABM.com, AAABM.com is your website. Find Locations and details. And if you're in Sebastian, Crawford County, anywhere nearby, come by and see us today and get a plate of fish and visit with your team.
That'd be great.
All right, 120 North 30th Street, Van Buren, AAA Business Systems. Wade, we appreciate you having us out.
Thanks, Tommy.
Wade Timmerman, AAA Business Systems, locations in Van Buren, Northwest Arkansas. Got people in Jonesboro, Little Rock. Take care of people in Hot Springs.
Sir.
Am I missing anything else?
Nope, that's
it. Got it covered. All right, and come by for the fish fry today, Clay. I'll see if I can do what Wade said. Put one of them fried pies in my pocket, and I don't know if I'll make it all the way to Norfolk to get it to you.
Tell me how many pockets you got.
Well, 2. One of them's going to be for my fried pie.
That's you need to be wearing a jacket today. Is all I can tell you.
I need one of your fly fishing jackets with all those different pockets.
Little vests, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, that's where we're at. Come by. Matt's going to be here in a little bit. We'll be doing halftime from here. Matt Jones will be here to visit with you as well. Also coming up, we got Julian Neal. He is signed with the Razorbacks, and he was at Stanford, kind of the same situation we've been talking about with the quarterback room at Arkansas. Transferred from Troy. We're going to talk to him and find out why Arkansas seemed to be the right fit for him coming from Stanford to the Razorbacks, and we'll do that coming up as well. More baseball on the way, and we haven't heard enough from Sam Pittman today. We've got Colton's went through 8 or 10 different clips. I want to get to some of that. It's been a busy morning here on the Morning Rush. If you're looking for a place to go out and enjoy this weekend, Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith is always one of my favorite selections. They've always got a fresh menu. The fried deviled eggs are unbelievable. Spicy meatballs on their appetizer menu. Always a great place to stop in for a bourbon after work or a craft beer or maybe a glass of wine you hadn't had in a while. They've always got a premium selection there as well. Make your reservations, uncorkthefort.com. It is truly one of the best places. We've been talking about the weather. Their patio is primo. They've got great furniture out there, very comfortable TVs, and it is a great spot to sit in the afternoon and unwind or maybe even have dinner out there this evening. That's uncorkthefort.com for reservations. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's in Fort Smith. All right, we're live at AAA Business Systems. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Root kicks and deals. He struck him out swinging. This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by QC Kinetix. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay, things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're built like Hercules, and you blood like the Sisters of St. Mary's.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the Wrath Rod Replacement Sale at Wrath Auto Resources. Right now, bring in your old car and get up to $3,750 above appraised market value for your trade. Take advantage of over $20,000 in recent price reductions on our road-ready certified pre-owned inventory, inspected and reconditioned in our on-site Meineke Car Care Center and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Wrath Rod Replacement Sale all this month at Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, wrathautofortsmith.com.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Do you love fireworks? How'd you like to get paid to shoot them? Light up the night and your career with J&M Displays. J&M Displays is hiring part-time fireworks shooters to help shoot shows all across Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. You'll get free training, great daily pay, and a front row seat to the action. There's nothing like hearing the crowd cheer after a show you helped create. Get started today. Visit jnmdisplays.com. Click the Join the Team tab and light up your future with J&M.
Every Wednesday night, take the kids to Joe's Grill and Cantina. They will get a delicious meal for $5. And Joe's is bringing out the crayons for a coloring contest where the kids can win cool prizes. And the fun is just starting. It's Kids Karaoke Night. Let that star shine. Join Joe's every Wednesday for Kids Night with the fun atmosphere of Joe's. Come for the food, stay for the fun. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Hey everyone, Braden Webb here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. You may remember me from my days playing baseball for the Hogs. Now I'm hitting home runs for AAA Business Systems and enhancing the ways company do business in our area. If you want to partner with the best office technology provider in Northwest Arkansas, call me today at 479-442-4185. Let's win together, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
Have you heard? TGI Fridays is having happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 till 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to close with half-price drinks and $5 select appetizers, including potato skins, spinach dip, pot stickers, and much more. Plus, you can get in on 50-cent Wing Monday from 5 p.m. to close. And karaoke on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 8 p.m. It's all at TGI Fridays, I-540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion. You know, every game is a dogfight.
About the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally climbed the hill. It's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas. Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All right, let's start with the NFL draft. We're talking about the SEC. 20 selections in the first round of the NFL draft last night. Georgia and Texas led the way with 3 players each. LSU had the first player off the board. Alabama had 2, Ole Miss 2, Kentucky, LSU, Missouri. Tennessee and A&M round out the 15 picks that the Southeastern Conference once again had in the first round of the NFL draft. Clay, another healthy night, and I don't think it's going to take very long into the second and third rounds to see more SEC players come off the board.
No, I think you're right. It was just more of the same, and you know what you also see is that the Big Ten is right there with them with 10. Yep. Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State dominating this first round again, but 25 out of 32 are SEC or Big Ten, and those are the teams that you're going to see in the playoffs.
Cam Ward goes number 1 overall, no surprise. Quarterback out of Miami goes to the Titans. Travis Hunter from Colorado went to the Jaguars in the second selection. No Shedeur Sanders yet. We'll see how long that goes in. Abdul Carter from Penn State, 3. Will Campbell was the first selection from the SEC, goes to the Patriots from LSU, their tackle at number 4. And Mason Graham from Michigan, their defensive tackle, went to the Browns as the 5th pick. Cowboys took Tyler Booker. Might be familiar with that name. He's a guard from Alabama. He's probably already in Dallas this morning, as he was their first pick in the 12th round. And it was the first draft in quite a while, Clay, where every team had 1 pick in the first round.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I enjoyed everything about it. The first round goes a little slow for me. I wish they would pick it up like they do some of the other rounds. But it's still fascinating to see all these guys. And of course, I like seeing their outfits, and imagine how I would fit in some of those outfits. It's like they don't look like
some jewelry. You need something that says, just Clay. Big gold chain.
Yeah, Matt Jones suggested mine that I hang around my neck, and it would be long, but it would say Fisherman Clay. And
that's a lot of gold.
That's a lot of gold, yeah. Well, I don't think it ever bothered Matt. Like he wore lots and lots of gold stuff, right? I don't think he has any. That was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah. Only jewelry I know you wear is a pinky ring, right?
No pinky rings. Yeah, I don't wear any rings of any type. Dislocated my ring finger on my left hand fishing, fell on the rocks, and I haven't been able to put a ring over that. I probably could get one of those rubber silicones, type. Anyway, I don't have jewelry to wear.
All right. No pinky ring. Just wanted to clear that up. All right, Big weekend of SEC baseball coming up. Already had 2 games last night. OU took down number 10 Georgia with an 8-6 win. And, Clay, you said you were watching number 18 Bama take on Missouri. Bama had to have a home run in the 8th to secure a win over a winless Missouri Tigers ball club who got close last night.
Missouri was ahead. They got a 3-run homer. Alabama did to tie it 5-5 I believe it was the 6th inning. That's when I got excited because I saw the score that Missouri was ahead, and I flipped over and watched that instead of the draft. And Missouri got the bases loaded in the top of the 8th, and the closer came in for Alabama and got him out of it. And I thought, well, this isn't going to end. This isn't going to end good for Missouri. This is bad karma for these guys. But I thought they were going to get their one and only victory. I mean, they don't have many chances to like this they had last night.
Texas takes on Texas A&M for 3. Tennessee's at LSU. Vanderbilt's at Ole Miss this weekend. We mentioned Georgia and Oklahoma playing. Ole Miss and Vanderbilt play as well. That game they'll play at Oxford. I think I already mentioned that one as well. Kentucky and South Carolina. And, of course, the Razorbacks are on the road. Phil Elson will be in Gainesville when he joins us at the top of the hour for halftime. All right, that's your SEC update. It's brought to you by our friends at Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. Hey, when it's time to spruce up your existing home or even build a brand new one, you can trust the experts at Farm Credit of Western Arkansas to help you choose the right financing option that is best for you. Go to myaglender.com or drop by any of Farm Credit's 25 locations around the state and get started on building more family memories. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We are live at AAA Business Systems. Matt Jones will be here in a bit. Halftime rolls on from here, so we're here till 2. They're making fish, hush puppies, French fries, and fried pies, and you can come out for a great fish lunch today. Everybody's welcome. If you're the person that deals with IT in your office, you're the person that deals with business machines and smart boards and copiers and anything that runs the office, they can help you with that. They helped us with a phone system recently. They do IT. They do security cameras. They do it all at AAA Business Systems. So come by and visit with the crew here. We're going to talk to Julian Neal. He signed with the Razorbacks, defensive back, had signed with Stanford. We're going to get some details on this, Clay. He's been at Fresno State, signed with Stanford, and was finishing up some classwork apparently, and now he's with the Razorbacks. And someone that I know Sam Pittman yesterday spoke about and was excited. That was one takeaway or one name mentioned. What were some of your other takeaways from yesterday's visit with the media with Sam Pittman?
Yeah, I think it was just the pulse of where they're at, fall and spring, and I think that we're still in a mindset of learning the new roster, and can I sit here and tell you where everybody's starting? Usually I can, but there's so much, the one constant is change right now. You think you've got a handle on what it's going to be like. I think we know pretty much the first team and the second team on the two deep, and I think they're going to be here, these guys. I don't think there's anybody in the first team or second team that they're losing. In other words, I think our roster or the depth chart is set, with the exception of these guys that they just signed, including Neal. They could factor in the depth chart a little bit too. I don't think you bring in a portal guy at this point if you don't think he can help you.
One of the things Coach talked about was the challenges for transfers. He spoke on this yesterday. I want to hear what he had to say because we think it's all about learning the playbook, and sometimes it's about learning where your apartment's at.
There are challenges, and it's more than anything, it's learning the playbook, whether it be any position, learning your coach, how he coaches you, and then learning where the business building is and where my apartment is. There's a lot of things, but after about the first 2 weeks, then you kind of you get settled in, and now we can do so much more now than we ever could in the summer legally. And I think it allows our guys that we get in June to have an opportunity to play for us because of the rule change.
All right, so that last part's the important part. That there's a little grace period to get acclimated, but, hey, there's work to be done this summer, and this football team coming out of spring practice in April, he's expecting these players to to not only look physically different, but mentally be more prepared when they get to the field in August, Clay.
These are the kind of situations that you struggle with, Ty. Finding his way around town. I mean, you'd think after about 4 years he'd know how to do that, but it's like you said something to him about going to AAA office supply, and he didn't know where that was, right, Tommy? And that's why he's not with you today.
Yeah, he got lost in Nashville, Tennessee, trying to find it. So.
Lost at another wedding. Yeah.
Lost at another wedding. So, but that is one of the key things is coaches to have more interaction now. So the summer doesn't have to be dead. It doesn't have to be all player-led anymore. Hey, brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. They have opened a second location in Salisaw. I know they're going to be here today because Jackie and Matt They have, stocked their office with the machines they need from AAA Business. So they told me, sent me a message earlier that they'll be by to say hi in just a little bit. And they handle all family law matters. They've got 13 years of experience in car wrecks, slip and falls, dog bite cases, you name it. They can help you make sure it ends up the right way for you. And they understand you don't have $5,000 laying around for a retainer, so they do easy down payments, flat fees, so you understand what it's going to cost, and also easy monthly payment plans as well. Go to mocklegalsolutions.com, mocklegalsolutions.com, or call them at 769-1505. Looking forward to talking to Julian Neal coming up. I know the coaches are going to head down to Texarkana tonight. They're going to be with Landon Jackson, Clay, and hopefully celebrating his selection early this evening in the second round.
I think that's probably the way it's going to go down, but it's hey, whoever gets Landon Jackson's getting him a player, and he's a hard worker. He is athletic, and he's tough as nails. And I'm pleased that he's going to have the proper party tonight. I think that the guys that stay home and do the partying at home, it's a much more special thing than sitting in that green room. Just think about he'd been in the green room last night, how uncomfortable he would have been. This is the way to do it.
Yeah, and I'm going to pull it up here because he was taking like 12th, the tight end from Michigan that went last night. And, just seeing, you could tell it was his grandfather or someone, like that, and the family all gathered there, and his grandma had feet propped up on the on the ottoman, and I'm like, that's the way to do it. Exactly, right?
Have your posse there, yeah.
Yeah, it was Colston Loveland, but that looked a lot more comfortable than. And listen, I understand wanting like Tyler Booker, run out that tunnels. How about them Cowboys? Put your hat on. I get all that, and there's merit to that as well. But hugging the commissioner, I always wonder what two things I wondered last night. What's the commissioner whispering in their ear when they're having that long embrace? How is that conversation going for someone he's probably met maybe once or twice or maybe never at all? And then the other thing, Clay, I don't understand on draft night, all the executives that are, embracing and hugging and high-fiving after they go and show the war room because they picked the phone up and made a selection. I've never understood why there is a moment like that in the conference room.
I can tell you what it is.
Doesn't make sense to me either.
It's the beginning of the end. And so for all these guys, what they want is the end of the draft. They want to get back. The draft preparation is the most boring, tedious work that they do. And I'm talking about coaches, front office people, and and you can't predict it. You don't know how it's going to go. You don't know if you're going to get the guys that you want. And every time they take a player, they know 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. It's the beginning of the end, and that's why they're hugging.
I guess you may be onto something there. All right, we'll talk to Julian Neal. He's going to be a defensive back at Arkansas. He's played at Fresno State, and we're going to get some details from him. I want to ask him, hey, why'd you pick Arkansas out of the portal? And we'll talk to him coming up in just a few minutes as he joined the Razorbacks this week out of the transfer portal. One place I'd like to portal to right now would be Gaston's. At Gaston's White River Resort, we've been talking about how beautiful the weather is this week. At Gaston's, they can fix you up with a cottage or a cabin that's right on the river, beautiful view. It's still just right at night that you could build a fire in the fireplace or use one of their fire pits that are around the property. So Gaston's could do that perfect weekend getaway for you. Or maybe you're thinking about your summer vacation. Now is the time to get those booked because they stay busy in the summer, and the best guides always stay busiest. So get that call in right now to the reservations desk and be on your way to Gaston sometime in the near future. 870-431-5202. They say the anticipation of a trip is even better than the trip itself. So why not get in line to be dreaming about your time at Gaston's that's coming up. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Through kicks and deals, he struck him out swinging. This is Fastball Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by QC Kinetix. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Platinum selling artist Tyler Farr is coming to Harrison, Arkansas at the Creekside Amp Friday, June the 27th. Tickets go on sale Friday, May 2nd at creeksideamp.com and start at only $20. Tyler Farr with special guest Sadie Bass, along with Chris Luno and the White Buffalo. Tyler Farr live at the Creekside Amp in Harrison Friday, June 27th. Get tickets at creeksideamp.com.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
House here in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Up to $10,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV. With hands-free driving assistance, go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $800 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals are just people. They've got their lives and families same as you and me. But what happens when big hospitals and insurance companies ask too much of them and make them work too many hours without enough help? You can only stretch something so far before it breaks and people get hurt or even die. That's where I come in. If the healthcare system in our area has hurt you or someone you love, call me. Together, let's make them do healthcare better. I'm Phil Votaw, and you've never met a lawyer like me.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
It's Todd Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry. What all y'all service here at Jazzco?
We do food trucks, cars. We do custom banners, signs for big and small businesses. We do logos, stickers, you name it, we just about do it all right here at Jazzco. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Neil's a good-looking kid, big, can run. I thought we did a really good job of recruiting him, and I like him. Well, obviously, we brought him in thinking he can play for us immediately.
Julian Neal with the interception. Another interception for Fresno State. They just keep making plays. Tipped off. Intercepted by Julian Neal, the Bay Area native, first of his career, and he takes it back all the way to the 8-yard line.
Excited to have defensive back Julian Neal join us here in just a second on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Signed with the Razorbacks this week out of it says Stanford, but played at Fresno. We're going to ask and kind of get some details on that coming up in just a second. Fastball Friday brought to you by QC Kinetix, the nation's leader in biologic regenerative medicine, meaning they can take that aching joint in your shoulder, back, knee, or hip and work their magic so that you don't have to have surgery, drugs, and downtime, and you're back to the things you love even faster. They're right here in Northwest Arkansas, 479-999-1234. 999-1234 for QC Kinetix. Julian Neal, San Francisco kid, joins us now. Julian, good morning. You're on with Tommy Kraft and Clay Henry.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We are doing outstanding. So, first of all, welcome to Arkansas, and tell us why you chose the Razorbacks. Why was Arkansas the right fit for you?
Well, it was a lot of things that happened during the visit. I felt like I fit in during the scheme, and the players opened up with open arms. Right after I committed, I did Bible study with Larry, Taylor Green, Raylan Sharp, Jalen Ball, Cam Ball, and a couple other players, and it was just a great experience. Felt like home. I actually have a lot of family out there. When I was a kid, I used to go to family reunions in Arkansas when I was a kid. So I have a lot of family out there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, let's talk about that, Kevin. Help Clay and I understand. We were trying to go through this. You signed with Stanford, but did you actually go through spring football with Stanford? We were trying to make sure we had a clear picture on kind of what the last 3 or 4 months have looked like for you.
No, I wasn't able to because I had to get my degree first.
Okay.
So you were still at Fresno for the spring, and that makes sense.
I was still training in Fresno. Yeah.
Well, it looks like they've got you slotted for cornerback. You played some safety, right? Was that kind of your early start at Fresno? A little bit played in the back end.
Yeah. I started at safety my freshman year until my sophomore year.
You're 6'2". That is deluxe height for corner, playing out on the outside. That has to be one of the attractions the Razorbacks had with you. All these tall receivers in the SEC. It seems to be a fit for you.
Yeah. They were telling me they want to be able to match me up against some of the best receivers that we go up against. So, I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah. The history of the SEC, when you look at the draft yesterday, 15 first-rounders, you know what you're getting into, right? It's going to be fun every week.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Is that part of the lure of coming to Arkansas?
Yeah, that's part of the plan. Definitely, me and my coach, we definitely have goals. Next year around this time to, go go first round, go high. Me and Coach Pittman was talking about it. He said we had a good talk. He said we don't just want you to go first round. He said that's not the goal. He said we want you to go high. He's like, what's the difference between the first 10 picks and the last 20? So yeah, he was like, it's a big difference with that contract. He was like, we want you to go high. So that's the goal.
Julian Neal's with us, signed with the Razorbacks, going to play in the Arkansas secondary this coming season. You mentioned a tie to Arkansas and family reunions. What's your family tie to the natural state?
That's just where my mom's whole side of the family is from. I have a lot of Ealeys and Chris Wells out there. So, you know, that's just. But I was a little kid, so I can't really remember going out there. But my grandpa was in a wheelchair, so we had to drive from San Francisco all the way to Arkansas. So, yeah.
So you've seen the Rocky Mountains up close and personal. Tell us what it was like growing up in the Bay Area. You're from San Francisco, played at Mission High School before going to Fresno State. You've spent a lot of time in that part of the country. What was it like growing up in the Bay Area?
I mean, it was good. It was, you know, perfect weather every day, sunny. You know, growing up, I would ride my bike all across the city and be able just to go explore. I was one of those kids. I used to skateboard. I used to go ride bikes. I used to ride dirt bikes in the mountains with my friends. I was a wild kid. So just running around everywhere, it was good to be able to grow up in an environment like how I did.
So when I tell you,
I'm guessing you're a 49ers fan.
Yeah, that's the thing. So where I grew up at, Candlestick Park, I was able to see Candlestick Park from my window. So I remember growing up, I used to see the fireworks and the crowd going crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. You ever been to a game at Arkansas, or I know you made a visit to campus, but what's your familiarity with the game day experience at Arkansas?
I'm not familiar with it, but I do have family who said, y'all come out to the games. They say y'all come out, y'all don't play when it comes to y'all football team. So I'm looking forward to that.
All right. You mentioned your visit with Coach Pittman and not just wanting to go high. Take us inside there. What are those conversations been like? And you said it felt like home with the players earlier. When did you gain that feeling with the coaching staff as well?
I felt like with Coach Nick Perry on our visit, he made it feel like he was really trying to teach me and not trying to find errors in what I know. It felt like I was able to be comfortable with being able to learn around him. You know, I really appreciate Coach Nick Perry. We were going over my film, and the thing I like about Coach, we went over my good plays and we went over my bad plays. And you know, he didn't show me no bad blood. He was just, you know, helping me fix. He wanted to see how I watch film and how I analyze. So it just felt like a good learning environment, if that makes sense. Larry Worth was in when we had our meetings. He was the only player in there with me watching my film, and he was hyping me up. He was saying that was a good play. So I just felt like, you know, the chemistry was there. And with Coach Pittman, you know, we just had, you know, long talks. When we was at the dinner table when I first landed, he was just, you know, astonished, you know, looking at me. He's like, well, I'll never forget. He said, yeah, he's like, dang, I didn't know you were this big. He's like, I watched your film, but I didn't know you was this big doing that. And you know, that those words are stuck with me. You know, you made me feel you know, I felt like they really respected me, respected my game, and that, you know, that made me, you know, ultimately come down to choosing Arkansas.
Just now, assume that you got to play against Taylor Green.
Yeah.
So did you have any run-ins with him on the open field?
I think I got sent on a blitz. At corner, but wasn't able to get to him. I know it was 2023. We played against Boise. We beat them. Had a couple plays that game. He didn't really. I don't think he threw the ball towards me, but yeah, it was. Yeah, that was the only time I remember playing against him.
So there was nothing that would prevent him from being a good teammate with you now. That's what I'm looking for.
Nah. He still that Fresno State Boise blood, but we all good, man. We trying to go to the championship, man.
Well, Julian, we are glad you are here at Arkansas. We look forward to watching you play in all the key games this fall as the Razorback season. I don't know, we're not near 100 days yet, but it won't be long. We'll be counting them down to the start of the season. Thank you for your time this morning. Look forward to watching you in the upcoming season.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
All right, defensive back Julian Neal, who signed with the Razorbacks, with us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Lewis Automotive Group serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years. Sounded like his visit went great, and I thought one of the interesting things was right after he'd committed and signed, he was instantly kind of integrated into the group there, Clay, with Taylor Green and leading that Bible study.
Well, it would seem that he fits in the culture then. I mean, that was my take from that interview, and knows enough of the guys. And there's some West Coast influence on this team now, and that's good. You got to go where the players are, and 6'2" cornerback is useful in the SEC. I just promise you that's everybody's trying to find an Andrew Armstrong to put out there, and if you don't have a tall cornerback, the matchup is not going to favor your side.
Hey, if you're craving something sweet and delicious this weekend, head over to Andy's Frozen Custards on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. You can find their other locations in Conway, also in North Little Rock as well on JFK Boulevard. They've always got something that's going to fit your palate, and they've got the Pick 6. If you can't decide, you can mix and match 6 of your favorite flavors for any kind of picnic or game time treat that you're looking for. That's all at Andy's Frozen Custards. They're on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, Conway, and in North Little Rock, or download the Andy's app in the Apple app or Google Play stores. 5:30 tonight for baseball right here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app that's powered by Taco Bell. Key series for the Razorbacks, and Zach Root tonight, the lefty for Arkansas, will go, Clay. It looks like the weather's going to be good in Gainesville, and I'm of the belief, and I think this weekend's critical for this, if you can finish in the top 4 of the SEC standings, you're probably guaranteed one of those top 8 national seeds. Maybe 5 teams out of the SEC get one of those 8 slots. Clemson's really good. Florida State's up there in that mix as well. But if you can win a couple this weekend, that gives you 15 wins. I think 17 or certainly 18 wins probably finishes you in the top 4, Clay.
Yeah, the goal when you set out the season is to get to 20, and they're in perfect position to do that. If the more wins they can get this weekend, the closer they are to 20. I'm Captain Obvious right now, but
breaking news here.
Yeah, but that's what you want to do. And every time you win, you're that much closer to 20. I think they've got the talent. The part that you really hope happens is that you see progress with Gage Wood. Maybe you get Hunter Dietz an inning or two if you can get a good lead. And then in the next couple of weeks you get back Parker Coyle. That's the critical aspect. If you can have all those arms ready, I think this team is ready for a good run in postseason.
Yeah, and I think we've seen enough to know that great regular seasons don't add up to championships.
You get hot at the right time, right?
You got to get hot at the right time. You got to get in the tournament. You need a good seed, and I think Arkansas has put themselves in a good position to do that. Been talking about weather in the weekend. Might be a good weekend for some great fishing. That would mean the Bobby Garland baby shad needed to be on board. That monkey milk that Clay likes so much to haul in those slabs of great crappie.
It's money.
It is money.
Fire.
The number one selling features, the sleek back, the streamlined belly, the quivering tail. It's the bait that won't stop moving no matter the temps, no matter the conditions. It is perfect. So put that in your tackle box for the weekend, the Bobby Garland baby shad, and be catching those slabs and filling up the freezer with the Bobby Garland crappie baits and the Bobby Garland baby shad, the leader in crappie fishing innovations. Matt Jones just strolled through. We're at AAA Business Systems in Van Buren, 120 North 30th Street. We're in the back where the food's going to be served. They said, where do you want to set up? I said, where's the food going to be? So that's where we're at. Fried pies will be coming in. They got the sterno going over here. So Clay, it's going to be a big time. If you're getting out for lunch today, come by here at AAA Business Systems in Van Buren. Let them treat you to lunch.
I can be there in 3.5 hours, Tommy.
I will save you a seat and save you a
No, save me some pies.
and save you some pies as well. So. All right, that's coming up. Phil's in Gainesville, so we'll get an update from Gainesville, Florida, and kind of what's going on there. Clay, appreciate you hopping in here on a Friday with us.
Glad to do it.
It's been a
Thank
fun
you for
couple of
having
hours.
me.
So
Yep, thanks for
Ty will
having
be
me.
back on. I'll warn you now. Ty will be back on Monday, so he will be back
Who?
in the saddle after a weekend in Nashville. Hey, it's been a Fastball Friday, brought to you by QC Kinetix, the nation's leader in regenerative care. 479-999-1234 is their number. 999-1234 for QC Kinetix in Northwest Arkansas. Everybody joined us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. For Clay Henry, for Colton Little, I'm Tommy Kraft. Have a great weekend. Halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones coming up next.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Top prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What else is new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
For decades, the Rebel Crawfish has been a tackle box staple. But now, get ready for the next generation. Introducing the all-new Rebel Matte series of Rebel Crawfish. 4 all-new Ultra Matte colors that eliminate glare and enhance realism, mimicking a natural crawfish like never before. The same iconic shape and swimming action, but now with a stunning matte finish. Upgrade to the all-new Matte series of Rebel Crawfish today at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Dick's Sporting Goods, and local tackle shops everywhere. Rebel. Catch fish anywhere.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the Rath Rod Replacement Sale at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, bring in your old car and get up to $3,750 above appraised market value for your trade. Take advantage of over $20,000 in recent price reductions on our road-ready certified pre-owned inventory. Inspected and reconditioned in our on-site Meineke Car Care Center and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Rath Rod Replacement Sale